You've got a Sea-Doo somewhere in between like the 2000 and 2010 model range. You likely have a hood that won't stay up on its own. It's a common problem that all of them have, and there's several reasons for that. But if you look into the cost of replacing that gas shock, it's quite expensive. I've seen anywhere from about $50 being a pretty good deal for the Sea-Doo part, up to close to $100, which I would say is rather expensive for something that's cheap and easy to install. What we're going to do is go down to the auto parts store, pick up one of these. This particular is a Strong Arm brand, part number 4042. But if you go down to your local O'Reilly's or AutoZone, any one of those auto parts stores, and ask for a 2007 Infiniti M35 Hood lift support, they'll give you something that is essentially this. It's a 12-inch extended length or thereabouts. A little bit different is okay as long as it's not more than like half an inch in one way or the other. So you're going to end up with something like that. 4042, as you can see, and it has these little ball socket heads. So a little metal clip you can pry out, pop it on or pop it off, and that's exactly what's in there. So we're gonna fire up the Faux Pro, and hopefully you'll be able to see what's going on inside. So let's have a look at that now. You're also going to need some sort of a prop rod in the meantime so you can work in there without smashing your head. So we're gonna set this in here just like that. Ta-da! So what you're gonna need in order to accomplish this is the lift strut. You're going to need a cat to meow at you like George. You're also going to need a flat screwdriver and a pretty decent pair of locking pliers. So we'll show you what you need to do. First thing you see is this little guy right here. So this cover can be removed with a little bit of brute force. It is just plastic clips. So I've taken that, and you'll see it's got these little clips here. Let me see, maybe I can show it on this camera too. See these little clips like this? They just pop in. So let's get this over out of the way. And here you see our rusty, nasty hood strut. Now normally there would be a zip tie holding this to this, but I already investigated this one and cut the zip tie off in advance. So cut the zip tie that's holding your wires to your lift strut. In some cases there will even be like a rubber boot over this, which will cause this rust and ultimately the demise of the thing. So we're going to take our screwdriver. Now it's very important to have your prop rod in now, because if you don't have your prop rod in, you'll end up getting bonked in the head. So bring the screwdriver in like this. It's hard to see what I'm doing, but pry out on little clips. I will show you this after we've got it all apart also on the big camera. Alright. These little metal clips on the end, there's a spot that you can get under them, shove your screwdriver in, and pry it out. When you pry it out, see on this side, maybe you can't even see it, but it will pull away the little retaining piece and let this pop off. So once you've got your nasty old one out, you'll note that this can be compressed quite easily by hand. Shouldn't be that way. Actually, I'm not even going to set that on the traction mats. Whereas this one, this is a 100-pound lift capacity. And there's no way you're going to compress that by hand. That's where the vice grips come in. Now, whatever you do, do not ever put vice grips on this part of the shaft. That will ruin the seals and destroy your brand new lift support. We'll show you what the vice grips are for in just a second. You don't need to pop these little clips out to reinstall this one. Just take the strut and take it and push it onto the ball socket we're going to take this off. So there's normally a little snap ring on there. We're going to put a new E-clip on there when we're done. But get that washer off. Set it aside somewhere safe where it won't get lost. We're going to pull this out. Then see how we have some extra travel here on this. We can use that to clip our socket on down in here. Pick up on there. Put that on. But now this isn't going to fit, and this doesn't go up any higher. You'll break something if you try and force this up higher. This is where our vice grips come in. Down in here, I wish I could see this on the preview of the camera. Right above the ball socket, you want to come in and put the vice grips on this big steel plate. Vice grips are attached to the metal plate just above where that ball socket is. So what we can do, we can grab the vice grips and push downward on them, which will compress that and let us pop that back in where it needs to be. Once that's in, then we'll put our washer back on there, put ourselves a little new clip on there. Our clip is popped back on there. You can take the vice grips off at any point after that's in. Once you've got that back on, the clip in, you can put your plastic cover back into place. Then you can remove your prop, and the hood stays open. Let's see if we can close it too. Look at that. And then, ta-da! Just like new. And these strong arms usually run just around 20 bucks. So they may vary a bit, as you can expect, but usually see them for right around there. So sometimes you can find a better deal on Amazon. There'll be a link down below to the exact one I bought. There's other brands too. Suspa makes good springs. There's a bunch of different ones, but I'll make sure there's a link to this, and you can enjoy your hood staying up the way it's meant to. Thanks for watching. Do you need to make your appearance? Is that it? You need to make your appearance? Okay. There you go. The internet has seen you, George. Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you going to quiet down now so I can make the video?